show.
Tom, hey. I know she's following me up. Big Boss Smith shit. Gang.
I've been telling me in different hoes. Me and bro, we switching lows. Hit her with a pick and roll. Tell her just a player role. I ain't trying to take it slow. Playing on me like you low.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Ade.
It's your boy up there.
And
welcome back to another episode of Boss Talks. Today we're going to talk about why staying in your own lane is so important.
Hey, man. I don't know why people keep swerving to different lanes, left and right. Like they on the highway, switching lanes.
Now, we're going to have to rant about this because people don't know how to stay in their own damn lane. And it's a shame because we all have our own life. Not everybody going to be the same.
Exactly, bro.
I got to start off. I'm sorry. I'm apologize ahead of time. Maybe some people don't like the rant. Maybe some people do. But in this day and age, everybody's trying to switch lanes. Everybody's trying to be something that they're not. In reality, not everybody's going to be rich. Not everybody's going to be a millionaire. Not everybody's going to have riches on top of riches and just call out of work and just fly around the world. That's not reality. We live in reality. What people are trying to imagine is that exact, an imagination. It's okay to work. It's okay to have a 9 to 5. Damn well, if you're on the streets, it's okay to hustle. But if you're trying to be something that you're not, I ain't going to lie, you're not helping yourself. You're not helping your family. You're not getting the money that you could be getting because you're so worried about trying to be something that you're not. And it's a shame. It's sad.
Hey, you just preached, bro. Staying in your own lane is very important because if you're gonna swerve into a lane that you don't belong in, you could just crash. You might not recover from that crash, depending on how deadly that crash is. That crash could be bankruptcy, lose your home, you get evicted from your crib. Depending on how bad the crash is, you may not be able to come back from that. So that's why it's very important to stay in your own lane.
Yeah.
So that leads us into the first question. Why can't people stay in their own lane, bro? Why?
Well, one, like I said in my little rant, everybody's trying to be something that they're not. Everybody's trying to be like a celebrity. Damn well, celebrities are trying to be like other celebrities. That just goes to show you're never going to be satisfied. Yeah. There's always levels to this thing. There's always levels in life, and it's okay to be at your own certain level. I feel people are so captivated with the thought that they can do whatever they want in life. But in reality, everybody has their own set of guidelines. Everybody has to follow rules. Nobody's exempted by the rules. Unless you are a trillionaire. I mean, unless you Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos, but we're not all going to be Jeff Bezos. That's 1 in a million, 1 in a trillion. And it's okay. It's okay to be regular. I think nowadays people have fallen out of love with trying to be regular and fallen in love with trying to be extraordinary. And it's okay to be extraordinary in your own lane.
Yeah. So we're not saying that a person can have multiple talents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But just know what your talents are and stick with it. Don't try to go do something that you know you don't excel at or that's not in your lane. Right. So for example, if you know all these people, those celebrities are always buying designer or whatever, and you know in your pockets, in your bank account that you don't got that type of money, why are you trying to be like those people and purchase those same things, knowing that that's not your lane and you can't afford said things? So that's just one example to give on that. Another reason that I think people can't stay in their own lane is because social media is portraying this fake facade lifestyle that everybody thinks is attainable to them. It's okay to have goals and aspirations to want to get there, but to jumpstart that and to think that you're already there and think that you can live that same life at your current moment right now is just, I don't know what to say about that. I don't want to be too mean, but it's kind of crazy.
Look, we're not going to be pessimists. I mean, we're optimistic. Like,
yeah,
I just came out of work. I mean, I have my own career that I'm trying to get into. I'm going to start soon enough. That's not saying that we don't have goals and admiration or aspirations to be better. Yeah. But at the end of the day, things got to get done.
Exactly.
And just imagining things ain't going to get things done.
Exactly.
You got to put pen to paper to make it happen.
You got to get there first before living in that lifestyle that you can't afford. Because at the end of the day, you're going to only hurt your own pockets.
And your family's pockets.
So that's one reason I think people can't stay in their own lane. What do you think?
I agree with the social media take. We always talk about social media. Social media can be a great thing. But I feel social media, and it's just my own opinion, I feel social media has inflated everybody's minds and brains to try to have a lifestyle that only certain people may be able to have in this life. Not everybody's going to be able to just hop on a private jet and just fly around the world. Even the celebrities that everybody's trying to be like don't even have their own private jet. It's a select few of those celebrities that have their own private jet.
Yeah.
And then from there, you have like it's just reality of things that you're not going to be able to do everything in this life that you want, but you can do everything that you best can, or excuse me, you can do everything in this life that your abilities give you the opportunity to have. So if you're working at McDonald's, try to be the manager of McDonald's. Then work your way up that corporate chain. But if you work at McDonald's and say, nah, tomorrow I'm gonna quit my job so I can become an influencer. Unless you're beautiful and you're just out of this world, drop dead gorgeous or handsome, it's like you're playing yourself. So I'm not about being pessimistic. I'm about being optimistic, but optimistic in the real world.
Yeah, you just said a real thing there. Just quitting your job straight up for a side hustle that has no traction yet
Yeah,
is not a
it
good
just doesn't make
idea.
sense.
Not a smart idea. If you're gonna quit, make sure that your side hustle is giving you that income
Right.
before, so you're living comfortable enough to afford the things that you want in life, to pay your bills, i.e. So definitely don't just quit your job.
But in that same breath, I will ask you guys at home. Tell us, do you think it's realistic to have these out of world imagination or out of this world expectations of oneself? Maybe. Talk about it. Let's talk about
Yeah,
it.
a lot of people are living in fantasies nowadays, especially in our generation, bro.
A lot of people gonna think
living
that we're
fake
talking
lies,
shit.
bro.
A lot of people gonna think we're
We're
just
not
being
talking shit, but
BS.
we see it though.
We see
Like,
it.
we see
I see
people.
it firsthand.
We see people rocking the most expensive fits, $10,000 fits,
With $0 in their
homeless.
pocket, living off somebody else's.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Is you really
it's
doing
just
that?
your priorities are just
It's warped.
it's warped right now. Like, I gotta yeah, I gotta fix that.
But let's switch it over to like the positives and the negatives of why being in your own lane can be good and why it can be bad.
Staying in your own lane is safe. Like, I use the car example. If you're gonna stay in your own lane, you're going straight. You're not swerving into anybody else's lane. You're not gonna crash. You're not gonna step on anybody's toes that you're not supposed to step on, or venture into things that you're not supposed to venture into. So staying in your lane is safe. But also, and it's also good to stay in your own lane because that's just your path that you're going down.
Yeah.
You're not venturing into anybody else's path, and it's only one straight destination,
Yeah.
and you're not swerving out of that way. So you're gonna be focused. You're not gonna not anything that's outside of your lane is not gonna sway you any type of way. One negative to that I would say is you're not gonna be as open minded. So you're just gonna have one way of thinking, and that's it. But it's not good to have just one way of thinking all the time. You gotta see how other people think as well. Take what you can learn from them and apply it to your own lane.
Become
You know what I'm
better.
saying? You could swerve into the right lane, feel me, for 2 seconds, feel me? Swerve back around, get back in your lane.
So
That's
basically,
how
you're
I
saying
would
you should be able to look around your surroundings,
maneuver properly.
pick up little things, bits and pieces, and incorporate it into your own life, and then from there you're advancing in life. So what I would ask you is, for those that want to succeed or those that want to continue to climb up this ladder we call life, it at times it is necessary to go into another lane to change things up because maybe the career that you're in is not giving you the life that you want.
Exactly. So if you have like a dead end in front of your lane or you see some traffic,
Yeah.
you swerve out of the traffic, venture into something else. You see the lane clear up, go back into your lane.
Okay.
That's basically what you got to do. If you're in a dead end or dead road, you see no progress. That's when you have to start venturing, trying some new things to help elevate, to keep you moving forward. You want to stay stagnant. You don't want to be in traffic. I know y'all hate traffic.
Yeah, I hate traffic.
I hate traffic. I don't like being stuck in the same lane for hours long. So
it's agitating. It's
agitating.
Frustrating, and that's why I can understand why people would look at social media and say, "Oh, I want to have this life. I want to admire. Or I aspire to be like these people." But in that same breath, I would tell you guys, it's okay to look at it and say, "Wow, that's a great life that they have." Let me try to pick up bits and pieces of it. If you have your own brand and you're trying to expand your brand, you have to look at other brands and see how they did it. You have to be able to model yourself after somebody that has done it.
Mm-hmm.
But in that same breath, I wouldn't tell you to just copy and paste exactly what they did because what worked for them may not work for you. So now if you're just copying everything solely off of what somebody else did, you're placing yourself 10 steps back because you're not in their lane. You're in your own lane. You are your own human being. And that's what I would say.
What's made for another person is not going to be made for you, and what's made for you is not going to might be for another person.
That's just the facts of life.
Yeah.
And I think the sooner that we realize that social media is not real life, but just a portrayal of what the life we would once is, then the better off everybody will be. The more happier everybody will be, in their own set circumstances. Don't get me wrong. Everybody has things that they may hate about their life or their job or whatever situation that they're in. But you can always find the positive and the negative. And if you can't do that, you're always going to be miserable just looking at your phone trying to get a life that you can't that you can't attain.
Exactly.
And then at the end of the day, you're not getting no money. You're not going to be able to foster that said life that you want because you're so stuck in your ways that you don't want to change. You don't want to just be better
Exactly.
at what you're good at.
Like I said before, y'all got to keep an open mind. Don't be closed-minded, because if you're closed-minded, you're not going to learn new things. We're not all perfect. We learn new things every day. There's always more knowledge to gain. Yeah. So definitely keep an open mind. Keep what's around you. Yeah. Learn a couple new things.
You got to be a sponge in this world.
Got to absorb all the information.
That
doesn't mean hey yo yeah, you gotta be a sponge. Yeah, you do. But that doesn't mean go act on all of these things. You know what I'm saying? See it, learn from it, take a mental note, and if it makes sense, then act on it. Don't just act it. Exactly. Just don't act right away for every single thing that you see, new thing that you see.
Okay, so now I just switch it over real quick. Real world examples of people that you can see, maybe not celebrities, but for most cases they are celebrities because they do something that just blows up because they were in their own lane and then they became something that everybody wants to aspire to. Mm-hmm. And the first example I can think of is like, let's say Lil Uzi. Lil Uzi, he came into the stream just blowing up, rapping his ass off. Everybody was messing with his flow, loving the flow. He switched it up here and there, and then he broadened and he continued to expand. Now everybody is just trying to copy his style. Everybody's just trying to be like him. And in reality, you can't recreate that. You can try to mimic it, but you won't have the same success. We've seen that countless times. Everybody trying to be emo now.
Yeah, Lil Uzi is definitely a good example. He definitely stayed in his own lane. He doesn't care about what anybody thinks about him, and he definitely profited off of that for sure. Because nobody can be Lil Uzi. Lil Uzi's one and only, so he definitely benefited of staying in his own lane. That's a very good example. I would say another example would be.
I apologize. I had to step out of the camera. Runny nose allergies.
Sorry. I would say probably one of the new up and coming people like Kai Cenat. Yeah, he'd be staying in his own lane, with those videos that he'd be doing, like on Twitch streams. Be bringing some crazy people on, some crazy celebrity on. Yeah, be doing some stunt tricks.
And now the celebrities want to be around him because he's doing something that a lot of people are trying to copy now.
Exactly.
And he is the forerunner of that set.
I think he's like the top streamer of the world. He got that award.
Yeah, before he got suspended or whatever. Yeah. So but that's besides the point. He did that, and then people are trying to be like him. And there's a lot of people that mimic the style, but we can talk about it like Fresh and Fit. That's a podcast that brought a whole bunch of girls from the streets onto their pod. Now you see 5 to 6, 7 different podcasts trying to copy their style, but they can't do exactly what they did. It's like you're biting somebody's flow, and now you're just looking like a fool because you're not having the same results. Instead, where they could have just had the same model but changed it up, make it their own. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like how so take pieces from what they're doing, and then
incorporate it.
Yeah.
But just trying to copy it and word for word, you're playing yourself, and it's not gonna lead to success. Don't get me wrong. Some people may be able to copy somebody's flow and then just regurgitate it, and then now it's their flow. But that's not you. You feel me? I'm trying to be like me. I'm trying to be the best version of myself, staying in my own lane, trying to create conversations to keep everybody talking. Because in this world, everybody don't know how to talk. People don't know how to conversate. You gotta be able to understand your flow, understand your lane, grow from your lane, and then create other lanes where people can copy and then learn from, not just copy and paste. That's what I'll say.
Exactly. And you guys definitely comment down below. Why staying in your own lane is important to you guys.
And if it's not, tell us why it's not. Tell us why you want to be a cop. Tell us why you want to be a copycat. I don't think you should be a copycat. I think you're perfect the way you are. You're a human being. Everybody's a human being. There's nobody on this world that is God except God himself.
Exactly.
So I would just tell you to be the best version of yourself and succeed in life however you can succeed in life. You can't be up there. You can't be I did. You only be yourself.
Best version of yourself too. Right. So just work on that. Stay in your lane. Be open-minded.
For sure. But besides that, make sure y'all liking, comment, subscribing. It was another short episode. We don't always gotta have to do 40-minute episodes. We don't always have to have people on the episodes. But this is just conversation starters. Talk about it with your friends. Talk about it with your family. Ask them why they're not in their own lane if they're not in their own lane, and ask them if they are in their own lane how they did it, so you can learn and you can grow.
Well,
But
been
besides
another
that,
episode
yeah,
of Boss Talks.
we'll holler at you next time. Peace, y'all.
Boss Talks out of here. Peace.
Lately I've been thinking what's the better route. Gotta watch at that back door, they tryna take me out.